Okay. So today's topic is electrohomeopathy. Electrohomeopathy is my favorite subject, and so it is a successor of homeopathic medicine. Homeopathy was found out, then the electrohomeopathy is found out. Everybody must be very curious. That is, what is electrohomeopathy? Is there any electricity involved in the homeopathy? It is not like that. It is the electrical property of the remedies are used in the electrohomeopathy, and even it works like a lightning. For that also they call it as a electrohomeopathy. And electrohomeopathy is basically a homeopathy purely from the vegetable origin, means vegetable kingdom or plant kingdom. They don't use any mineral kingdom and the animal kingdom. So for that reason, so they are purely from the plant kingdom, and the preparation of the remedies are very unique. In homeopathy, what we do, we prepare the mother tincture. Mother tincture, how mother tincture is done? Take a plant and cut it into pieces, grind it, mix with a 40% of alcohol with the water, distilled water and 40% alcohol. Keep it in a dark room for 40 days. That time, whatever that precipitation is done, that is called as a mother tincture in the homeopathy. But here in the electrohomeopathy, all our mother tinctures are done in the form of distilled water. Distilled water, and the process is called as a cohibition. So they believe that the more the vital property of the plants are stored in the electrohomeopathic tinctures, or you can say they call a dilution, or you can say they call the mother tincture. Okay. So how they are done it? They cut that same plant, and they what they do, they immerse in the distilled water. They make and they remove it again. They put the fresh plant, cut plant. So naturally, without distillation, first they collect the essence of all the plant. Then they are mixed according to the proportion. So we will discuss about it. See what are the different groups of the electrohomeopathy, and see in all our homeopathic remedies are based on the symptoms, but here they are based on the systems: circulatory system, digestive system, lymphatic system, and pulmonary system, like that. So different system in electrohomeopathy, different systems, based on that remedies are decided. It's very easy. Electrohomeopathy is very easy. So we will discuss about that. First, let us see. There are our Narendra Pandya ji is very much into this electrohomeopathy. After his suggestion, I purchased this. This electrohomeopathy book. This is very good. This is a very good. You can definitely, but it is in Hindi. Very nicely you will be able to digest.
What's the title? Meti Vision?
Meti Vision is in Hindi. Meti Vision. There are so many other books also. My pet books are wonderful books are The Practical Guide to Electrohomeopathy by V.M. Kulkarni. This is my favorite because they are very crisp. They are given very nicely. They have explained. And second, other one is this book, Materia Medica and the Fundamental Laws of Electrohomeopathy. These are the books. And in 1992, before I could get the Vibrionics, I got Vibrionics in 1995. Before that, I was qualified in this electrohomeopathy. There, 2 years, when I was in Pathankot, I did the course for 2 years. So uh, I supplied the electrohomeopathic remedies to the college. They opened for the commercial purpose. They didn't have even the remedies. I supplied the remedies to the college. So that was such a condition. And that I will tell you one small story also. How effective are the electrohomeopathic remedies? Then the dean of that electrohomeopathic college, he was having the tumor on his tongue. Tumor on his tongue. He showed me then, it is a stony hardness of hard tumor on the tongue. So what I did, I took the C5 because those are having the knowledge of homeopathy. For them, it will be very easy. So for those who are not having, they can gain. See, there is no restriction in taking the knowledge, at least in India. Nobody will tell you should not read the medical books or something like that. Knowledge is abundance. You can take any amount, you can absorb. And nowadays, this AI age, you can understand, you can ask what it is and how it is. So many difficult and complicated and minor and very silly questions. It will not hesitate to give you a very good reply. So in homeopaths, for them it is very easy. What I did, I selected C5. C5 we will discuss, but main ingredient of the C5 is conium and phytolacca. Conium and phytolacca are generally used for the tumor in the homeopathy. I just took few drops. I took a glass of water. I put in 2 drops of that into the glass of water. Then I opened the tap. I opened the tap. I allowed the water to come fill inside the glass and spill over. And I just washed for 15 minutes. It is too much. For 15 minutes I washed because water is to come and fill into it and spill out like that for 15 minutes. Then I took that water and told him to drink very slowly. The next day, his tumor is gone. And because I am using different principle of potentizing, this is called as a K potencies. K potencies are done like this only. You don't need to break your head, not at all to worry. So it is one of the method that we can potentize before we are having the potentization. I mean, magnetic potentizer was not there during that time. Otherwise, I would have made it from the magnetic potentizer and given to the dean of the electrohomeopathy college. Then next day, his tumor is gone. He told his all lecturers to find out, ये देखो ये क्या किया इसने, मेरा ट्यूमर चला गया, इसका वो कैसे है, कहाँ में है, ये थ्योरी किधर है, किताब में ढूंढो. क्योंकि कहाँ मिलेगा वो, क्योंकि मैं एक किताब से थोड़ी उसका रेफर करके दिया. सो आई वाज नोइंग दैट C5 is for because the ingredients are phytolacca and conium. We are going to study in the detail. एक कोई कौन कौन सा कॉम्बिनेशन कौन कौन सा इसमें कहाँ काम करता है, we are going to study that. So this is the introduction of my introduction to electrohomeopathy, and I have derived Rohtak or Roorkee or somewhere I brought the first set of electrohomeopathic remedies. That time I didn't get the red electricity. So till today it is blank in my tripod.com website. That is vibrionicsindia.tripod.com is my uh, very old website. In that one, I have mentioned the all this electrohomeopathic 336 rates. And now also, very recently, I got the full set from authenticated electrohomeopathic sources from Bihar. And there I have converted into the Vibronic rate, and I have given you today I have again given you all the set, because you should have a reference, so what I'm talking about, you should know it. So in that one, Radionics rate 336 rates are there. There with your traditional machine you can make it. Also along with that, I have given Nada Brahma code also, so that you can, if you want to mix one or two the combination. And also I have given you one small PDF with that every disease name, and they are the what are the internal remedies and what are the external remedies. So they have already given this. Always uh, means crisp and are given the complete set of this thing. Those who want to dive deep into the electrohomeopathy, you can buy these books and you can go through, because uh, you don't get the symptom every time. You don't get the symptom every time. That time you have to work on the system. So we will study. Okay. The principle of, what is the principle of electrohomeopathy? Complexus curator. Like, similia simulus curator. Like that, they made complexes cure the complexes, because human body is not made up of a simple thing. It is very complexes. So complexes are curing the complexes is the like law of cure formed by who is the founder of this, from the Italy. This system is from Italy, and the Count Caesar Meti is his full name. He has invented this, and he was a herbalist also. He was in a political he was a political leader also. He could impress people, he could try out people these remedies, and he could find out the wonders of these remedies. Okay, this is how this electrohomeopathy came into picture. Now you must have seen so many colleges were there, or some are there also. Some are in the some places they are permitted to practice. Some, since we are doing it in vibrational mode, since a thought form, nobody will stop us from using the thought infused water and thought infused pill. In the name of that, we can even practice electrohomeopathy without exactly the same remedy. We can, as I already given you the codes, you can make here there is a potency difference is there. In this, potency means all X potency is equal to D potency. In electrohomeopathy, they are calling as a D potency. D is nothing but a decimal potency. They are calling it as a decimal. And there is some more other controversies also. From one potency to another potency, like first D to second D, there is a proportion of 47 part. Any first dilution is, second dilution is 47 times diluted. Means one part to, suppose one part of the mother tincture, and in the decimal we take the 9 part of the distilled water or alcohol. from one part of the mother tincture. Here they are taking 47 part. But nowadays they are again coming back to the decimal system, X system and C system only. So not to bother about that. So not to these you can understand the I already told you that herbs are dipped into the distilled water. Then when it absorb all the essence of the plant, then that particular plant is again burnt, and that ash is added into this mother tincture form. I mean, this is the concentrate. And second thing, the water again, the whatever the water is, what was left, they again distillation. They do the distillation, and that part is also added into the remedy. That is also called sulfur and mercury. They call it like that. The process is called as sulfurization and mercury process or sulfur process they call, but there is no sulfur or mercury is involved in that. There is the only procedure that it is called like that. We don't need it in the such a deep, but I just want someone want to go into the deeper level of the electrohomeopathy. They can definitely go and study this. But what is the advantages of this? When see a tumor hai, some tumor is there. In tumor time mein, what is that? What is the tumor? Excessive accumulation of dead cells, and they are not transported back. They are not transported through the blood supply and then kidney, or then they are not excreted. They are dumped. आपने देखा होगा रोड में भी कहीं भी, हाँ, एक जगह में कुछ कचरा गिर गया तो वहां पे सभी लोग कचरा वहीं फेंकते, they drop there only. So this is the normal tendency, human, means the nature's tendency to dump the waste product at that particular place only. So उधर that becomes the psychosis, or you can say गांठ जैसा बन जाता है. तो उसके लिए कौन सा करना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए? Okay, that we will study now. There are we will study main combinations of the electrohomeopathy and what are the ingredients of electrohomeopathy. If someone is interested, you can go through Google and find out, but it is not necessary for you. But if you want to go, if you are a homeopath and you want to see the depth of electrohomeopathy, yes, definitely you can go and what is the A1 for your help. I will read one so that as it is, this is going to be an audio book, so that soon you will be able to catch those things, and you can prescribe based on the what are the ingredient of the that different combination. Let us see. And I was telling you what is the another principle, main principle of this. In homeopathy, law of similar, but here they say blood and lymph. There are in our body there are two types of liquid. One is red in color, another is white in color. So the white serum, or you can say, that is called as a lymph, and red is called as a blood. So as per the Count Caesar Meti, that the you can say problem in the blood and lymph causes the disease. So he made the different combinations. I will tell you, he made so many combination, like those who are, yes, scrofoloso. Scrofoloso, that is they say that is which works on the lymphatic system, and even you can also say that these are basically works on digestive system also. So scrofoloso is the first set of remedies they have found out. Okay, there are some scropholosa are missing in between. No need to worry, because those are the mixture of other remedies. So in S1 is a very fantastic one, because S1 as per them solves your mostly 90% of the problem can be solved by S1 alone. Okay, what is there the ingredient of S1? S1 is the Naxomica. Naxomica we use, homeopaths use frequently for all detoxification, or you can say, and mainly correcting the digestive system and all. So S1 is mainly used in the electrohomeopathy for very varieties of diseases. There are so many things on S1. This one I will just read the what are the ingredient of S1. What are the ingredient of S1, so that you can just listen. Is not necessary, but still as a electro homeopathic combination, just to have idea what is that. Colcleria hydrastis. Hydrastis is a wonderful remedy. And Nisturitum officinalis and Scrofoloria nodosa and Smilex indica, Smilex medica, Tussilago, Veronica, and Naxomica and Chamomilla. These are the S1 ingredient. So S1 is used for this remedy acts tolerably equal on whole of the lymphatic organism, but with a with trust say that it may be termed as a systemic and influence on the stomach as a digestive remedy. So S1 is a very important remedy. So I already told you, even if we can Google for that, you will even get the total list of it, but doesn't need, because we have all together combinedly we have derived a number. Okay, we will see what are the where all we can use the S1. 90% of the cases, like an Naxomica, you can start using this one for every problem. See, now because Scrofoloso act on the moreover development of the metabolism and its whole working apparatus, it deprived the infection substances, bacteria and all, fostering soil and possibly all existence, forcing it to leave the body again without damaging it. This is the a simple explanation of preservative or preventive action of this remedy. Even it is a wonderful preventive action also. You can give any sort of uh, prevention also. This can be used. It is basically works on the digestive system. Okay, now we have already this much only. You have to only one word I will tell you about the combination, so that it will not, you will not get confused. Okay, so likewise, so S1 is for all digestive disturbances. Okay, now there are, in electrohomeopathy there are positive polarity and negative polarity. See, that you don't worry, because you start your all the electrohomeopathies, they are used in the lower potency. For any sort of thing you can use 6x potency. 6x potency, it is called as a medium potency. 1x or 2, it will be too positive, but since we are vibronically we are using it, 6x will be the common remedy, common potency we can very well use in the electrohomeopathy. And there are so many things, it is covering many things, because I will not tell you many things. If I tell, you will really get confused, because I will tell one thing about it, so that you can memorize it by listening to this audio, and the rest you want to go to deep, you are every time you can go. Okay, S2 is specially for urinary organ. The first instant works on the urinary bladder. So in the electrohomeopathy, if you want to treat the bladder, urinary bladder, that is the how to tackle that from the S2. Why? What is the specialty in S2? S2, there is a lycopodium. One remedy, lycopodium, which is work specially on the urinary organs. For that reason, so S2 is for urinary organs. Okay.
Sorry.
Next.
From where you are reading?
Yes.
From where you are reading?
I'm reading from the book. Book from, I just shown that book, no? Same book. This book. This is a book from NL Sinha. It's a very old book. I think I purchased last around 25 years back. So wonderful book. I love it really. So that's just to understand. S2 is for urinary problem. Any urinary problem, you should remember that you should add S2. Okay. Then S3. S3 is specially on the skin. S3 for a skin. Why? Because what is there which is acting on the skin in the S3? RHEUM. That is also for the children who omit a milk. For them also it can be used. But altogether they say that S3 is for skin. Useful for the okay. So this is designed to be a cutaneous remedy. It influences especially apparent on the skin, cutaneous and subcutaneous cell tissue. Okay. In electrohomeopathy, S3 is specially for the skin. You want to go in the detail, definitely you will give you the detail also. Now, S4. S4 is a fair action is in the, see, there are many combination of the combinations. So in S4, it is not the pure combination. It is combination of some other electrohomeopathic remedies. So S4 actually it is a gallbladder, intestine, kidney and urethra. And S5, what are the ingredient of the S5? Berberis vulgaris. Berberis vulgaris is one of the great remedy for kidney stones in homeopathy. That one they are using here in the S5. So it becomes a remedy for a kidney. Very simple. So you see, this unites many quality of S2 and 8 itself. It acts on the gallbladder, hence the digestive influences and function secretion of the liver and the so what they do, I already given you the Borix Materia Medica. Go to the Borix Materia Medica and see what Berberis vulgaris does, the action of Berberis vulgaris. So you can assume that S5 works on that whole sphere. S5 works on that, especially S5 is for all kidney stones and even bladder also. Because of Berberis vulgaris, we use it in mother tincture in the form of for stones. So there is a, what are the ingredients, symptom of stones, burning, urination and some intermittent urination. So not having a correct flow. These are all the symptoms. That time you can use the S5. So now I will repeat back now. S1 is for all digestive problem. S2 is for bladder. S3 is for skin. S4 is again is a combination remedy. So S5 is for again stones, or you can say And even it works on, Barbies vulgaris works on even gallbladder also. So in that way, you can think that it is working on the stones and even on the kidneys and bladder also. And what are the ingredients? And now let us see the next one. S6. S6. What is the ingredient of the main ingredient of the S6 is solidago. So S6, this possesses the certain resemblance effect of the S2 in the case of urinary organ, but while S2 may be considered as the first place as a bladder remedy, and only in the second place, secondary affections of the kidney and urethra is S6. Understood? If a bladder, specifically bladder, it is working, that time S2 should be considered. Then there are secondary effect of the bladder and the kidneys. That time S6 is to be used. You just see the solidago. Basically, it works on the kidney. So, on the contrary, to be considered first and foremost as a kidney remedy. You can see if someone has got any kidney problems, you can think about the S6, S5, S6, S2. All these three kidney, bladder and stones remedies. You have to differentiate. I generally what I do, I mix everything. Bladder be affected hai, kidney be affected hai, and OBA, then I mix all the three because I too have a confusion because they are giving like this. ठीक है दे दो क्या फर्क पड़ता they'll become all it is all only in the vibrational form not going to give any harmful effect. Okay, next, yeah, after S6, S11, all other combinations are there, they are mixture of the mixtures. So we are only studying the main ingredient of the main combination. Now after S6 there is a S10. S10 is basically used for loose motion, all sort of IBS problem, like unable to control the motion. So for that, S10 you can just think that it is a motion not able to, especially works on the digestive disorder caused by relaxation of the core of the stomach, faulty preparation and the composition of the mucus, like that. No, loose motion you can say it. S10 for a loose motion. But anyway, we have so many good remedies in a Narayani combination. We may not need it, but still, once you are taking on the chapter of the electrohomeopathy, in electrohomeopathy, S10 is for the loose motion. And S11 is for ears, any ear connected problem. S11, what is the special ingredient into it? Lobelia inflata, Melissa. Okay. Melissa officinalis and Lobelia. Lobelia is what is the Lobelia, Lobelia is nothing but an Indian tobacco. Tobacco खाने से क्या होता है? अगर कोई who is not उसका खा के आदत नहीं है, गलती से एक बार tobacco अंदर गया तो क्या होगा? They will get a giddiness and vomiting. Such things when it will happen, if that eardrums के अंदर that time balancing fluid में गड़बड़ होगा, that time they get similar symptoms. So for that reason, S11, it is for ear problem, or you can say vomiting and that vertigo because of ear balancing. Next is S12. S12, I have used it very frequently. What is that S12? Why it is S12? Because they have added euphrasia into it. Euphrasia is a common name is eye bright. Euphrasia, eye bright, and belladonna also they have added into S12. For that reason, it's a very good for eye problem. If I say eye problem, don't take for every eye problem, don't take a S12. You see, euphrasia, in where all it will work, in what all the condition it will affect the eye, or belladonna, what all action it gives on the eyes, you check that, and that for that reason it is useful only, not the as a आपको cataract भी है, you take S12, you take, otherwise this is not specific. Along with that, cataract is what? The opacity of the lens. So for that reason, again you have to see if C1 is there, if in the very beginning, we will talk about it. When we come to the C group, we will talk about it. Okay. Now, another remedy, last remedy in the S group is called as S lax. S laxative means someone not getting motion properly, he can use a S laxative, and Gentiana luta and alloy, they are the ingredient of the S laxativo. Okay. Now we'll quickly recap the because this is the biggest group in the electrohomeopathy. That is S1 is for general digestion, S2 for the bladder, S3 for the skin, S5 for the again bladder and the kidney in the next level, and S6 also for a kidney. And because here it is one combination, that is a Berberis vulgaris, and in the another combination there is a Solidago, because both works on a kidney and bladder. And next is S11. S11 is for the ears, and S12 for eyes, and S10 for the loose motion, and S laxativo for as a laxative for the constipation. Okay. Then another is next group is L group. Basically, originally in L, there is only one group. That is called lymph remedies. So, L1, because you can see in that one, L1 is there. L1, basically, it works as a lymph and blood. The principle of electrohomeopathy, this is basically used for, it is a medicinal properties, antacid, anti-rheumatic, and vascular. Okay. It's and it is used for all other than the circulation. We can use it for any other purposes also, like a gastric fever, gastric debility, fistula, because generally S1, you see, I already sent you the therapeutic index of the electrohomeopathy. They are using S1 also, they are using L1 also. That means if they combine together, it works better. Is I already supplied you disease-wise electrohomeopathic combination just now, just before starting this session. Okay. So, first dilution used as a tonic, boils, colic, and generative debility, atrophy, muscular rheumatism. And even see, it can be used for L1 can be used for atrophy also. Likewise, in higher dilution, the lymphatic enlargement, it can be used. In the lower, if it is atrophied, that time you can use. Means, सुकड़ गया है तो lower dilution, बढ़ गया है तो higher dilution. This is the concept of electrohomeopathy. Okay. So, lymphatic remedies and the series of the remedy consist of essentially the same medicinal ingredient, which are, however, distributed in each separate remedies with a generally how they study the electrohomeopathy. They see the combination of the homeopathic remedies, or each remedy they know how they are helpful to the mankind is derived by the proving, and some by the toxicology. So with that, they declare that this remedy is meant for that. So now we'll see another crisp book also. There will be able to, I will send you some of the wonderful pages from this book, so that आपको ज्यादा टेंशन लेने का जरूरत नहीं, इसमें पढ़ो, S1 कब देना है उसमें देख लेना. अभी इसमें कुछ दे हैव मेड अ चार्ट. I will send this soon after this class. Okay. Next is, we have finished S group and A
Sir,
group, lymphatic group and now is angitic group. ANGIOTICO. Angitic group. They are three different combination. One is A1, A2 and A3. Very beautifully we will be able to. A group means the circulation group. Angioteco means they are all connected with blood vessels. A1 for arteries, A2 for veins, A3 for capillaries. है ना? Simple. You can use for any heart related things, or you can say blood related things. Blood की कमी है that time, or anything which blood and blood vessel connected things, you can use A1. A2 is for basically all varicose veins related problem, DVTs, deep vein thrombosis, and so many things that you can use A2. A3 is capillaries, small vessel, blood vessels. So it's very easy, है ना? तो लेकिन यूज करने का आपका मजा आएगा, क्योंकि सपोज when we want to activate A3, because capillary circulation बढ़ाना है. क्यों, कब बढ़ाना है? Because when we want to, जैसे कोई भी ट्यूमर है, we are not using we are not using a knife and to cut that tumor. जैसे फॉर्म हुआ है वैसे ही रिटर्न जाना है. तो कैसे फॉर्म हुआ था? फ्रॉम डंपिंग ऑफ डेड सेल्स. इसी तरह से इसको रिटर्न भी जाना है. Then what we do? We activate the blood circulation at that particular area. How we activate? By giving A3. When you give A3, that time that area and A3 and C1, based on when we come to the C group, that time we'll come to know where is the problem. Whether it is the female organs, or whether it is or urinary organs, where is the skin, it is a bone, or you can say the lymphatic gland or a kidney, where? For everyone there is a number, and from there we want to increase the circulation. We want to increase the circulation in the female organ, C1 and A3. Like in the urinary organs, the C2 and A3. C2, A3, S2, like that, you can combine and use it. Okay, so very easy it is. So now you have come to know what is the beauty of A1, A2 and A3. A1 is for all arteries problem, even heart, everything it is covered. We'll see in short what are the thing. Medicinal property of anemia. I told you, even in case of anemia also, because it is a blood and blood vessel related. So you can combine with the slow circulation, you can combine with any other canceroso group, or you can say other group. When we cover that time we will come to know. So you remember, A1 is for heart and arteries, A2 for veins, because even in A2 veins are also there in they're part of heart, the blood, or you can say deoxygenated blood. And third is a small blood vessels, they are called as a capillaries. when they are required, when we need to activate them, because when we want to transport the nutrition, and transport means to supply and as well as remove from those area. Okay. And for those who don't want the electrohomeopathy, those people just you can ignore it. But it is my wonderful topic. I use it frequently, so that I want to give you this information. Okay. Then A1 heart, A2 veins, and A3 is for capillaries. Next group is P group. P is called as a pectorales. Pectorales, pectorales. Pectorales. These are all pectorales are nothing but the respiratory system. For P group is specially for all the respiratory system. So respiratory system, there is a P1, P2, P3 and P4. So you can say that P1 is useful for all cough and bronchitis, useful for chronic affection, subduing cough, and any cough related, lung related problem, you can use the P1. Okay. Then what are next is P2. P2, what is the means when the P2 is used, it is also used for, you can say can be used for dry cough. It is tuberculosis related affection of the lungs, like a dry cough, and and even you can use it for a tuberculosis like symptoms also. And even primary, for a primary what do you call, primary complex. So what is the primary complex? Just by the side of throat, you will find some small tumor like things. Generally it is observed in the children. So when any children comes to you, just touch and see, because just generally there will be some small nodes here. So that is what you can think they required P2. So, and it will make them healthy also, and frequent cough and cold will be reduced. Okay. Then P3 is for, no, as we saw, A1 for arteries, P2 for veins, and P3 for the capillaries. Similar way, in the trachea, bronchus, and alveoli, like a smaller nature. So likewise, P3 especially acts on the wind cap and tracheal capillaries. Bada, chota, or like that. So when this will happen, when asthmatic breathing, like wheezing, that time what you need? You need A3, because in the throat and in the trachea, that is and bronchis, up to bronchis, P2, because there only you get a problem. So P1 is for common for cough, and P3 for especially capillaries of the and windpipe and tracheal capillaries, where the oxygen and the carbon dioxide get exchanged. That is also required. Alveoli, it works on that level. And P4 for the nasal condition, all side of whooping cough, laryngitis, and catarrhal condition. And even P4 sometimes used for the cough related, and even with the mucous membrane, if they use the asthma, coughing of the aged. Also, they use P4. Okay. Next is F1 and F2, Fabrifugo. In electrohomeopathy, the remedy for fever is F1 and F2 is generally used for external application. F1 is also called as a nerve remedy. That is a most in case of the IBS, electrohomeopathy, my madam uses frequently that S10, F1. S10 is for loose motion, F1 is for controlling the nervous system, or you can say anxiety. For that reason, S10, F1 generally is used for IBS. And F2 is for external application. So what are the ingredients you can go through? But the F1 has got aconite, and for that reason we can say China. So even it is used for all the Fabrifugo is also for the general fever we can use. F2, because we have already supplied just now, has given all the rates, you can use accordingly. Next is Vermifugo. Vermifugo means all worm related things. Even let it be the intestinal worms or V1 and V2. Worm 1 and worm 2. So worm 1 and worm 2 are used for all intestinal remedy. Even a large intestine and even rectum and appendix, entire length of that you can not only use for worms, also for that colon and even rectum and all large intestine, everywhere you can use the Vermifugos number 1. Okay. Now next is Vermifugo number 2 is possesses all the quality of the Vermifugo 1, but is more the chronic cases. It is used for the more chronic cases because it is stronger in nature. So when V1 worm 1 is not able to give you relief, you can use a worm 2. Because generally what they do now in electrohomeopathy, they prepare in the pills form and then they dilute it and make the remedy. So most of the time you get a pills of D1, D2 like that. They put those pills into 20 globules in the again with the alcohol add, or you can say distilled water, they make it and make a dilution. Now most wonderful group now is because that is frequently used, I was telling about C5, C group. C group is a canceroso group. What is the function of the canceroso group? They are also called as a tissue remedies. Canceroso, according to the name canceroso, it is specific for cancer. Its sphere of action is, however, is a more extensive than the strictly expressed by the designation. Means canceroso मतलब cancer ही होना करके नहीं है. What is the cancer? Excessive of dumping of anything, then later it will cause that, as we say, SORA, psychosis and syphilis condition. Any irritation, infection, followed by swelling, then later it will decay. These are the stages of SORA, psychosis and syphilis. So likewise, in the cancer also, there are so many They are also called as tissue remedies in the electrohomeopathy. They address different tissues of the body. There, not only for cancer, it also helps that area. More than that, it works on that particular organs, strictly expressed by this designation. Okay, you will now call it in mind that explained as you purpose of the determination of the both. Okay, now simple. C1 is for extensively used for the entire sphere of gland, lymphatic absorb gland and salivary gland, mucous membrane, especially throat, male and female genital subcutaneous. Like yes, C1 is just like S1. You can use it anywhere. How to use it? You can, for example, you want to treat the knee joint. For knee joint, how it is? So if you think that that bone is not involved, you can use a A1, A2, A3 based on which one they want, and also C1. That is a main remedy in the C1 is Caulopoilum. Caulopoilum is one of the rheumatic remedy, also very good remedy for female organs. So C1 can be used for all female related complaints. You can use C1. Okay. Next is C2. C2, there is a more wonderful ingredient called equisetum and petroxylium. They are very good remedies for which are working on the bladder. We have seen many good results with this, and any excessive swelling, or you can say decay, or anything is which happening in the bladder, or can cystitis is called the bladder inflammation. So cancer of the bladder, then nodes of the intestine, cancer, polypi, blind piles. This is what I am reading the electrohomeopathy remedies explanation. It doesn't mean that I'm going to attempt, or you can say do the something cancer related thing. C2 suitable for employment of bronchial catheter and owing effect to mucous serous membranes and bronchus. This is secondary usage. Mainly it is used for the cystitis, like S2 and C2, because their numbers are almost tallying. So like that you can use. And again, C3, where we used S3, S3 was for the skin. Here also we are using S3 for the skin related things only. And even S3, what are the ingredient of the S3? S3 ingredient is Misorium. Misorium is a wonderful remedy for even joint pain also. So the ankylosis, arthritis, and so many condition, dislocation, exostosis, and inflammation, swelling of the knees, and everywhere you can use. Not only for the skin, and you can use for so many other places also. And what are the ingredient of the C4? Symphytum. So any bone related issue, bone related extra growth, or you can say decay, you can use C4, because symphytum is used in the C4. And C5, what are the ingredient? I already told you, all along with the other remedies, they have added phytoleuca and conium, which is specifically working on the glandular affection, glands. Okay. So how to get the more knowledge about this combination? What they do, read the ingredient of the C5 group. So that time, altogether you can say it works on those all sphere of action is like that. Means not only for the glands, because phytoleuca and conium works excellently for a rheumatic problem also. So you can extend your knowledge of electrohomeopathy by going through the Nowadays AI जमाना है, आप आराम से पूछ सकते हो what is the function of A4, I mean C4, C5, and what are the ingredient of the C5 electrohomeopathy. You can ask many questions. I don't know whether it will give you answer or not. Anyway, so C5 again, C6 where we used it? We used it for a kidney, right? So likewise here also C6, it is used for the urethra, ureter, and specifically for kidney. So it is very easy. S6 also for kidney, C6 also kidney. But what is when to use the C6 and when to use the S6? S6 is for inflammation infection. But here already the structural changes already taken place in the C6. Already damage has been done. In such cases, we can use C6 as well as S6 both. Okay. Then one of the most important remedy is the C10. C10 is a fantastic liver remedy. With this only we have gained lot of reputation in the Patiala, or you can say Punjab area. How? One of my friends' brother was into horrible condition. I give the same combination, C10 combination. With the ingredient, I had written hydroxys, chelidonium, cordidus marinus, like that I given. He became all right within 15 days. Otherwise, he was left to die, and he died after again 18 years by doing same thing which he is not supposed to do. Okay, so this has given me a lot of reputation. C10 is specifically for liver, cirrhosis, cancer, and so many things. C10. We frequently use this C10. Okay. Since I am qualified in this, I used to use that, but nowadays mainly I kept all the remedies for the just the sample purpose only. Otherwise, I am using all the radionic rates only. Okay. Next is C13. C13 is specifically for throat related problem. Any throat related problem, it is called as a C dome also. It is commonly called as C dome. This specifically for all tonsils and anti-diphtheria, anti-cancerous, and like that, especially pharyngitis in the throat. All it look after all the problems of the throat, because Ailanthus grandifolida is a remedy in this C13. For that reason, it becoming a remedy for the throat and the pharynx. Okay. Next, C15. C15 is basically, it is also called as a C Lord. C15 is basically meant for the hernia, and like inguinal hernia and umbilical hernia. For that reason, it is basically hernia remedy, and also uses for the this remedy is for hernia, and also has used many strangulation of the intestine. Wow, very good. Because I have seen many cases of the strangulation of the intestine where they cut, because that area they don't get the circulation done. They cut that part and they bypass that, so that it doesn't get, otherwise that dead part becomes, they start decaying, because not having a good circulation. So in such cases also, our C15 can be used. Okay. And the last remedy, C17, because the in-between numbers are combination of the different same this thing. There is no any specificity in that. C17 is called as a canceroso TB. This T canceroso B is a remedy designed outside the number of series of the remedy. It resembles mostly C2 and C6. This is specifically for the bladder TB and is also diurnal property. So this is specifically used for tuberculosis of the bladder. And see the extent to the over the bladder and the constrictor of that organ and the ureter. It is greatly effect of course on the kidney as well. Okay. Next, we have understood up to C group is over. Now venereal group. Ven group. Ven group is a venereal related things like all I already told all the remedies mentioned in the electrohomeopathies are purely plant origin only. They are not even animals and minerals are not used. So they have used thuja. No, wherever thuja is to use and cinnaberries, I think cannabis sativum they have used, clematis they have used beautifully because anywhere you find there is a venereal disease, it may cause the urinary problem or you can say burning urination or in the for ladies you can say the white discharge also can be considered one of the these type of disease only. That time you can use the Ven group. Ven, okay. Ven is a very strong group which can be used for if you think that there is something the hereditary in nature. It might have come through the genetically must have come, or I can say if it has come due to the some the miasmatic poison like a psora syphilis psychosis, if it has come or acquired or you can say come through the hereditary, that we can venereal Ven group is very important when if you give the C2 and S2 if you are giving for urinary trouble, it is not giving you relief. That time you can use the Ven 1 by thinking that it may be a hereditary in nature or acquired in nature because of venereal diseases. So Ven group is very important. We can assume any of the diseases if it has the venereal origin, you can give the Ven group. So next is there are so many other secondary groups so that to identify or you can say make that strong or you can say work in the different sphere. But you when you see that whatever I have given the therapeutic index within that one, you can be able to do it. See, for I will give one example, like when group 2, it is not a original group. But when 2, what all they have added? This unites the action of when TB, like a C17 and S2 and S14, S4. So like that. When 3, what is the action of this? Which combines the when 1, C5 and A2 for ingredients of the same. The sphere of action is feminine genital organ, glands and mucous membranes and syphilitic constitution. Likewise, so first you have to understand the uh, uh, basic combination that I can definitely use. Your brain or whatever I have supplied is an expert people. They have an opinion if for this particular disease, this is the remedy. So you can use it in the vibronic form. So now next comes the electricity. there are electricities and their polarities. So red electricity. Red electricity, it is for something, because electrohomeopathy is works on the even polarity of the bodies also. Red, so red electricity is a red to light, yellow electricity, blue electricity, and green electricity. There are, and white electricity. Total 5 electricities, means they are not electricity, they are combination of the, I told you as it is, they are the combination of the remedies, and they are called like that. The white electricity, red electricity, yellow electricity, blue electricity, and green electricity. Okay, so they have a specific reason. For white electricity is what you can just think like a the light of sun. It has got all the nutrition, all the color, you can say. So white electricity, it can be used like a general tonic. Okay, and red electricity can be used to something to increase. Okay, so that positive in polarity. So red electricity is used for increasing something, or you can even we will read that it is also promotes a growth. Means I told you it primarily acts to positiveness to the thing. It's act primarily beneficiary manner on the various pains and occurs in the region. Even it is a good pain reliever also. Pain, tension, nervous system, especially neuralgia on the like a nervous system. You can, what you can do, electricity numbers also are there. Just put a coconut oil. In the coconut oil, you put that the red electricity vibration, and let them use it as a external application. Okay, so it's supposed to cure the neuralgia, and it can send nervous system support. It will work like that. So red electricity applied, administered internally in the in and that way, same way as described for the white electricity. So it is a red electricity is a tonic in nature. White is a balancing, like why you use all of balance remedies like a balancing. White electricity, red to increase, and the blue. Next is yellow electricity. Yellow electricity is generally used for all vermifugos like worms, and it is also believed that all worm remedy work excellently on the like cancers also, because so many anti-worming worms, anti-worm remedies they are using. Some countries they are using as a cancer remedies also. Here we can assume that bacteria virus also like a worms, and some people have used it and got a very good result. Okay, so you see here one very interesting thing. Yellow electricity works on the pineal gland. अगर आपका पाइनियल ग्लैंड बढ़ाना है, आपका मेडिटेशन कैपेसिटी बढ़ाना है, so you can use electricity, yellow electricity. Make a in a coconut oil or some good sandal oil. Apply here or the occipital area, so that it will activate your pineal gland. Okay, as per the NL synergy. For the tolerance effect, so later too strong, it manifests itself excitement, and the yellow fluid restores the balances of the force energy. Means it is a negative in nature. So अगर आप पॉजिटिव से ज्यादा हुआ तो इसको बैलेंस भी कर सकते हैं. Next is blue electricity. Blue electricity, you can say आपका ब्लू कहाँ दिखाई देता है, कब दिखाई देता है, वेयर कौन सा दिखाई देता है? In the body, you can say veins and all, no, green and blue, it will be visible. Okay, So you can say that blue electricity is specifically used for a circulation and also for the respiratory system. And इधर क्या लिखा है वो देखेंगे. Its sphere of action is on the motor nerves of the arterial system, arteries, capillaries, and the left side of the heart, and used as the abrogation of for the heart and undulated. It accelerate and strengthen the throbs of the heart and diluted in the form of the. So anyway, I told you just you can make in the coconut oil and apply for a good circulation. Even varicose veins also we can use unpunctured varicose veins. We can use the blue electricity. Okay, now is a green electricity. Green is a negative in nature, and its sphere of action is veins, venous capillaries, and the right side of the heart. Green electricity must be accordingly applied to congestion, capillaries, varicose veins, and varicose nodes, hemorrhages of the this one, and very actually green electricity is just like a syphilitic in nature. The one this can be used for the application for the wounds also. So like that, it is a syphilitic in nature. Or that blue electricity, it is also used for the circulation. Both green and blue can be used for the circulation. And white as a general tonic. Okay, I think so. One important thing is, very important thing is, there is a, for all, everyone, who doesn't want to look nice? Sabko acha dikhna hai na? We all want to look nice, and we want others also to look nice for ना. हमें भी दिखने के लिए भी nice लगना चाहिए. अगर ऐसा लगना चाहिए तो we have got APP. There is a called mixture APP. APP is the full form is aqua parla palle. That is called aqua parla palle. And they used to say that Italian queen used to use this mixture for her beauty. So you can say APP is there. Make a spray. I already told you many times. Many people are not doing. You use the other vibration also. Erase wrinkles of the face. It is the number is there in our numerical mathematica. Use erase the wrinkles of the face, and use this APP also. Okay. And APP, what is the main ingredient of APP? They have used the grapes plant. Grapes leaves they have used for the glow of the face. So many other things are also there, like an arnica is also they use. Pinus nigra also use. Scrophulus nodus also they use. Vinca minor also is they use. Fantastic. And please use erase wrinkles of the face, and the also APP, which is I already mentioned in my combination, make in the either through the radionic rate is also there, and already Nada Brahma code is also there. You can use anything. Okay. So here it ends the electrohomeopathy chapter. So this is the introduction to the electrohomeopathy. If you want to go into the deep, you can go deep. There are so many books here. This book and this is also electrohomeopathy book, which I like. So I will read some of the, because this actually VM Kulkarni is a homeopathic doctor. And later he became an electrohomeopath. So those people go a little bit deeper into the subject. So I like his this one. So P1 for bronchitis, P2 for lungs, and P3 for bronchitis and lungs, and P4 for nose and throat. F1 is for liver, spleen, fever, and F2 is for same liver, spleen, fever for external purpose, when for sexual organ, and the vermifugo for germs and worms, and worm 2 is for germs and worm external application, and C Lord is for hernia and the strangulation, and the S 11 is for the sickness. So many things are there. I will few of the pages. I will give you the screen, and I mean I will take the snap and send it to you. It will be very easy while going through the this combination. Okay. Yeah, I will just want to read. The first dilution is prepared by dissolving on the one on globule on the ordinary strength of 6 ounces of water, shaking the bottle well. Boiled or filtered water is preferable. That is a very simple in the nature. So how to make because we are accessible directly to the through potency, we can do it. We can use for a lower potency, you want to give support, you can use up to 6x potency. You want to remove, or you can say the you want to work on the deeper level, like removing something, you can say detoxifying and all. You can use the 1M and 10M other higher potencies. You can read, very interesting. You come back again. I am very much interested to teach you, but who want to take it, that is a big problem. Who one want to learn so deeply? If you want to go deep, we'll again discuss that. So it's a very fantastic in nature, in a beautifully is given, and also it's already there in the total our list of whatever remedy, it is there. Okay, so I think so it is very easy. Whenever you please keep reading that, so you will come to know. Any doubt, please? Anybody, please tell me any doubt. Or you can say you're feeling bored, or you're feeling over exerted because of understanding this. Please tell me. It's very easy. I'll tell you. C1 for a female organ. C2 for a bladder. C3 for the nerve. You can say C3 is for a skin. C4 is for the bone. C5 is for a gland. C6 for a kidneys, and C10 is for a liver. So likewise, tuck tuck tuck. It is very easy.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna sir.
सर ये मंत्र 7 में है ये
मंत्र 7 में नहीं है सर. अभी सिर्फ उसका पेज ओपन करके रखा है. Whenever next I get my time, उसको मैं
जैसे
इसका इसी में प्रोपोर्शन में हम बना देते.
सर
सर
ये
मंत्रा
जैसे
में डालिए ना सर प्लीज.
दूसरा
मंत्रा में डालिए.
हाँ सर,
दूसरा आपका वो है इससे another thing is that can we get such like Excel sheet we got it for other जैसे वो है फाइनल हमारा शोआम और OM all these things. The presentation of this is not get easy.
It is taught in 5.5 years, sir. That is, I am just telling you in 1.5 hours. This is also 5.5 years course, but most of the things are time is consumed by anatomy and physiology only. But yeah, definitely we will make it easy. I tell you, I will suggest some books. You can go through that books, but
No, I'm requesting that if the things what you give is if it is in one Excel, so that we can understand that this is C1 is used for this.
yes,
Two, if we get
I
one
have some are there already there. I will send you.
yeah,
It is
please.
already written in some book. I'll find out that page and I will send in the group. Very easy, like a C1, C2, C3, C5 gland, C6 is the kidneys, C10 liver, like that. Very, very easily we can do it. And S1 for a general, this one. Why it is S1, Tulpule sir, in
हाँ जी
electropathy is decided by that one additional medicine only. In
या
C1, in C1, Kaulopoigram is there. For that, it is working on in the female organ. In C2, there is a petrosolium and equisetum. Petrosolium, equisetum working on the ureter and the bladder. So like that. And
राइट
C3, mesorium is there. Mesorium is there, skin is working on the skin. C5, C4, symphytum is there. For that reason, it is working on the bone. And C5, there is
करेक्ट
phytolacca and conium. So for that reason, it is working on the gland. And in
राइट
C10, Cardidus marinus is there, Hydrasis is there, Chelidonium is there. For that reason, it is useful for the liver. We have to
करेक्ट
see
सर
that additional medicine what they are adding into the group. That only will give us for the reason for treating that using that particular group.
सर
Sir,
but I request you to add it into the mantra 7
sure, sir. That will be
yeah
done.
it is
Ah,
helpful yeah thank you sir
yes, sir.
But otherwise, you give some Vibrionics rate. So on Excel. So through that we can use it also.
I already given right now, no, with all the
Yeah.
combination I
You
have
gave
given.
on Excel.
Excel only it is there. Today I have sent you the Excel only.
Yeah, you send it already.
Excel, all the groups and numbers and Param Nada Brahma number codes
But
also are there.
it is the like yes on and then Nada Brahma codes and basic codes, but it's not for the use like for like other Excel you give that
हाँ,
what you
because sir, when I say that use, उसको उसका possibility को हम सुकड़ देते. There are so many usages. But I am telling you, no, you can just, I will give you some good pages are there. I will send the picture of it. So that S group is for scrophulous, so generally lymphatic glands. For that, C group is canceroso, P group for petroral and means for lungs related things. Ven group for venereal group. Venereal group is very fantastic thing. If you find his person is not becoming all right, maybe some venereal origin in nature, so you can give that also along with the other remedies like that.
what is their external use?
That is external use. External use, no, we have all this electricities and worm too, and so they're all used, actually. हम देखते हैं अगर कोई अच्छा ऑलरेडी आई हैव गिवन यू वन पीडीएफ इलेक्ट्रो होम्योपैथी का पीडीएफ आज मैंने शेयर किया है.
हाँ है बोरोनिक.
हाँ, वो बहुत डिटेल में है. वो बहुत डिटेल में है, लेकिन वो मेटी साहब ने जिसने ये इलेक्ट्रोहोम्योपैथी फाइंड आउट किया उसने लिखा हुआ, इसलिए कंफ्यूजन है. क्योंकि ही डजन पहले के टाइम में दिस वाज हिडन. दिस ऑल द सीक्रेट ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रोहोम्योपैथिक कॉम्बिनेशन वेर हिडन वंस अपॉन अ टाइम. ये फर्स्ट इंडिया में जब भी पहला कर्नाटका को आया है इलेक्ट्रोहोम्योपैथी फर्स्ट मेडिसिन फ्रॉम द इटली, दे landed in the Karnataka and they were practiced as a Father Muller specific. फादर मुलर स्पेसिफिक के नाम पे इसको प्रैक्टिस किया जाता था. अभी भी मिलता है. फादर मुलर मैंगलोर में उसका मेडिसिन भी मिलता है. दे आर इलेक्ट्रोपैथिक मेडिसिन ओनली. बट एनीवे वी हैव कन्वर्टेड इनटू रेट्स. और डिटेल दे देंगे सर, डोंट वरी. और जो चाहिए, और मुझे लगता है कि और आपको इसके बारे में जानकारी देना. एंड इसके पहले आज मैंने क्या क्या दिया आप थोड़ा देख लीजिए. एवरीथिंग आई हैव गिवन टुडे. रेमेडी डिसीज का नाम है, उसके सामने कॉम्बिनेशन है, और एक्सटर्नल एप्लीकेशन के लिए क्या है ये भी दिया हुआ है.
So the book that you were reading from is a PDF that you have shared by Count Mater.
नहीं sir, नहीं madam. That is entirely different. This is not made into the PDF. This is a NL Sinha. This book also I purchased around 20 years back. I love it because he was basically a homeopath, then converted into electrohomeopath. So उसका knowledge बहुत deep है. So he's beautifully explained our everything. तो आपको
So just
अभी देखिएगा ऑनलाइन अगर मिला यू कैन बाय दैट बट लेकिन यू डोंट बर्डन योरसेल्फ टू मच लेकिन आपको जहां जहां आपको सपोर्ट चाहिए यूज इट बिकॉज दिस इज वन ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट वेयर बिकॉज लास्ट 20 years back I derived the numbers and kept in my website. So these are my because टाइम पास के लिए मैंने 2 साल का कोर्स कर लिया पठानकोट में इसको. सो मैं इसको वाइब्रॉनिक्स में इंक्लूड किया देन यू आई एम यूजिंग इट विथ वेरी गुड रिजल्ट. तो आई वांटेड टू शेयर विथ यू ऑल. करेंगे आपको और what else you want to know about this we will provide you everything है ना. if possible I may get some PDFs I will share with you. लेकिन what I told you today this will be more clear than those all PDFs. इतना मेरे को भरोसा है. Whatever today I told you that is a crispy and useful for you. And I already told you, you just see additional medicine कौन सा डाला है in that group because every group is little difference is there. So what additional they have added that becomes a peculiarity of that combination. Okay, we will give you sir, we will provide you more information, no problem. Anybody anything कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं which will help you.
Sir, for the nerve system of anything of our body, I use 69. It is Naranimic 69. But exactly, is there any other things like I am getting many cases of nervous system, nervous system pain. So how to deal with that?
See, sir, in your word itself, there is an answer. Nervous system and pain. Okay. First, so you have to work on the pain also.
Yeah.
Pain is like a Mixtion 59 and Soham pain. And pain and sensation of the pain is working far better. In our, there is a numerical mathematica, there is a pain and sensation of pain. That is a number. That works far better. So that you have to reverse. Sensation and the sensation of the pain. So you can reverse that and given a very good result also. And nerve, see, nerve means all in CC combo, 18th number is designated for the nerve. 18.1 is a nerve tonic. If you don't understand or you can say you confused, you just give 18.1, it is a nerve tonic. It will cover many of the complaint of the nervous system. And CB7 also is for a nerve. That is even CB7 is a very good this one remedy. And brain and paralysis. It is don't go according to the name. We have to see what is there inside that combination. What is there inside in the combination? We can based on that we will be able to decide which one to use in this nervous system or any other system.
So this the CC combo has any books like Narani mixture?
CC combo books I have shared you many times. Again, I will share you. Don't worry. CC combo book is there. Harbit madam will share you in 1 minute, within 1 minute. Because CC combo book, it is the Satyasai people what they follow. In that one, the 18th mixture number 18, there is a lot of medicine added according to the nervous system.
Sir, please send me that. I
Yes,
need
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. Okay. Anything, sir?
Sir, I have a patient from United States.
Mhm.
So I just want to pass her message to you.
Yes, sir.
And I'm requesting to